What up? What up? What up? Back at it once again, as we do every week. Alpha Pack Academy Crypto Call. It's your man Boss Gang VIP. Got my man Investing for Legacy in the building. What's good, Legacy? How you doing,
What's
man?
good, brother? I'm good, man. How about yourself? Feeling good. New year. Just beat COVID, So, that Marion couldn't hold your boy down, that
Yeah,
variant.
we was okay.
But
I'm glad you can't catch the Rona through the screen. All right,
ah
Mario. Talking my ice box heart, the ice box, where my heart
yeah,
used to be.
man. Feeling good, man. Yeah, but this crypto market hasn't been making me too happy. But with us, we thinking long term with crypto. So that's another some buying opportunity. That's all we
Yes,
look at
yes.
these red days as. So beautiful, beautiful, man. Definitely looking forward to updating. We missed last week, partly because I was down sick. So, big part of that for sure. So excited to be back with our YouTube family. Excited to be back with our Pack family. Well, we never left the Pack family with them daily, So excited to update everybody on what these crypto markets are doing and make sure that they know what they thinking long term. They ain't thinking just these on the micro. We got to think long term with crypto investments for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. I got so much crypto. I don't even. It was so crazy. I was
Yeah,
literally.
really check it.
I was walking down the street today, and I was thinking to myself, I wonder what the wax is doing today. I don't even check it. I
Yeah,
forget
you
that I
don't check
have
it.
this
Yeah,
passive income and stuff, and these stuff generating, and you wonder like it's so
how is
crazy
that?
because I don't think about if the market is up or down because with
Mm-hmm.
crypto it's passive income regardless. So
Exactly.
you
Yeah, when you
get
setting
paid
your
the whole
crypto up,
time.
exactly through
It's real.
staking, yield farming. You got the miner. How's that miner been doing for you? The helium miner.
I
You don't even
mean,
check
it's
it.
it's free money. I mean, it's literally if somebody just came to you every day,
Yeah.
a little magic fairy just put some under your pillow like a tooth falling little key, like the
You
tooth fairy just pull
yeah.
some change out from under your pillow every day.
Yeah, that thing is paid for itself already. So I know at this point
Yeah.
it's just like super
Yeah, I mean
bonus.
that's why I tell people once you get in, a lot of these investments will pay for themselves regardless of how long it takes. Because the
Hmm.
money that we spend on it now, regardless, it's gone. It's gone. It's going to be gone, whether it's now, whether it gets taken in inflation in the future, gas. So we're looking at things that's going to print
Yeah,
for the next 10, 20 years. It don't even matter how much it costs. It's free money.
big facts.
Free money, man. So
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's not really. Oh. Did you get part of the SOS drop? They gave
Yes,
money back on the SOS drop.
I did. I did. I didn't get it
Okay.
initially on first heard about it on Christmas. I think when everybody did, it was a great Christmas gift for a lot of people. But it didn't work for me the first day. But I got it. I got it eventually though. I got my drop eventually. I didn't get as much as I expected to. My MetaMask
Right.
don't act right all the time. So I just was happy I got something. I got like $100 or so. How about you said? You told me you got a couple hundred, right?
Yeah, I got about $300, but the thing about it, it was unexpected. That's the thing about being early in
Mm-hmm.
crypto. I've gotten so many gifts back so far. So we literally got money back from the from the Dow, from the SOS drop, and I've seen the value fluctuate up and down on that. Whatever free money, I'm holding on to it. We got collectible free airdrops. Dapper, who created Top Shot, the people got those
Yeah,
cards.
you just got like a
Literally got
Chewbacca or
money.
something, right? That was
Well,
super
yeah, I got
surprised.
that was a Darth Vader airdrop.
Oh
Worth
yeah,
about
nice,
$100. About
nice.
$100. That was from the Blocks Pack people. And then so it's the Dapper, the Top Shot people. They just gave a Christmas gift. You whatever you spent, you got a certain percentage of your money back.
That
Um,
that is really great. That's definitely one of the most exciting parts about crypto. What other
mhm.
asset? What surprises you with money like that? Period. Like it's
Right.
nothing. No other asset
There's
class that's not in real estate. You're not gonna your tenant in real estate is not gonna just pay you extra $200 a month out of like out of just being kind. You're not in not in the stock market. We know about about your dividends and those come quarterly or annually depending on there's some that are monthly of course too. But yeah, those surprises are one of the best things about crypto for sure.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm that's why I'm getting in early. I'm getting in early.
Yeah,
I don't care what it is. I'm not afraid to lose. No risk, no
yeah.
reward. So, but
Speak,
we're so early. The risk is small. You know,
yeah.
these things are
Speaking
free or cheap.
Yeah. Speaking of an early opportunity, I actually just listed my Airbnb on D Travel, which is
Okay.
basically like the crypto version of Airbnb. So I'm hoping one day, well, they already have a coin. So who knows? They might just bless people, their hosts one day with some, with some of the tokens,
Oh, I'm sure
So
it's
yeah.
coming.
So yeah, it's exciting being part of crypto. It's a lot of things, a lot of lanes going on. A lot of, no matter what you're in, it's something in crypto that you can be profiting from for sure. So I just mentioned the Airbnb version, so it's make sure that you guys, if you're listening to this, you're definitely one of the people who are making sure that you're not being left. So facts, we gotta looking forward to updating you guys. Anything else you want to speak on before we get into this quick market update?
Nah, I just want to say what's up to you. Like I always do, see how things were going. And then at this point, I'm gonna go ahead, turn over you, let you get into it and do what you do, and I'm gonna just follow along.
Nice. All right, guys. So you know how we like to start. We're gonna start with the overall update in the market cap of the cryptocurrency market. So we today was a rough day, very rough day in the crypto markets. We went two down on the week. I mainly track only monthly and weekly levels when it comes to crypto. Um, we don't, that it's too volatile otherwise. But we went two down on the week. This pink line down here represents the low of last week's week. And today was just a rough day. I'm gonna go briefly over what happened at the meeting today, and how they basically, kind of spooked the markets with the threats of the interest rates rising, which we all kind of knew was coming for sure. So this is, just the market overreacting in a bit, if you ask me. But totally. So yeah, again, we went two down on the week. Again, don't stress yourself out worrying about those daily levels too much in crypto. This is the overall total of the market cap, which is one of my favorite metrics to follow within crypto. This is the total three, which is all of the altcoins. Basically, everything essentially except for Bitcoin and Ethereum, the two big boys. So this went two down on the week today as well. So it bounced as we see. Altcoins seem to have bounced stronger than Bitcoin and Ethereum has. So, people still are making money for sure inside of the crypto world. So, just because Bitcoin, nothing's going to really shine and run as strongly as it could until Bitcoin decides to stop consolidating like it's been. But yeah, it's still runners going on, and we're going to highlight some of them now. Our favorite site, CoinGecko, to keep up to date. We're all the way down. The market, we're down to 43,000. Let me refresh. 43. Yeah, rough day for sure. Ethereum down to 3,500. Binance down to 470. We have definitely seen Binance a lot cheaper than that. So that's still you still should be up if you've been in Binance anything over than 4 months, 5 months, I'd say. Solana, 154. And Cardano, 124. XRP is down to 77 cents. Polkadot 26.90, and Terra Luna at the top 10, in the top 10 right now at $78. They recently hit an all-time high, even while Bitcoin was consolidating. Luna, I think their all-time high was about $100, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure that. Want to make sure I'm right. All-time high, yep, at 103. That was not long ago at all. So yeah, guys, that's just the top 10 I just briefly went over. The market's definitely taking a beating right now, but again, good buying opportunities for you to double up inside of your favorite projects for sure. I will let's show you what has been moving in a positive direction though. All right, there we go. Well, everything is pretty much red, but yeah, Mina protocol. I haven't even heard of that one. we're not even going to try to go into that one, but that one's up over 16% on the week. I haven't heard of that project though. But yeah, guys, the market's just rough right now. Just buying opportunities. Don't look at them at anything but. You can't get don't get tricked out of crypto. Many people have, especially depending on when you start to buy. If you buy at the top, what most people do, you are gonna definitely be, like, crypto's a scam right now. If your first time was around Thanksgiving a couple months ago, then you definitely feel like it's a scam right now. But especially, I'm sure you probably bought the within the top 10. Usually, first time buyers only know to buy within the top 10 of most popular coins, which are usually the top 10 leading market caps. So you just got to make sure that you do your research and you actually are buying at good times. You want to buy at times like this. This is actually the time when
Right.
I'll be telling when I actually, a lot of people were so excited about the gains about crypto over the last year that at Thanksgiving they were telling their uncle and their aunts about it, and man, they bought in, and they were mad at them at Christmas time, because they lost money. But it's just about not buying at all-time highs, knowing when to buy, knowing those entries and exits, having plans with any investment that you make, for sure. I don't even care if you're buying a trailer, anything from a trailer to a stock to a crypto. You have to have a plan on when you want to buy it and when you want to sell it at what type of profit is your goal for that asset.
Right.
So just want to remind you of that. I want to remind everybody, crypto is no different, for sure. And trust me, the buying has not been letting up. It's been just slow buying. It hasn't been from market changing buying that's been going on, but people have still been buying it. I'm also excited that we have countries buying the dips nowadays too. We have whole countries. So this is a time when, I think crypto's longest bear market was lasted for a year and a half ish. So, but when with countries buying dips nowadays, with large companies using Bitcoin as an asset on their balance sheet, and it's only going to increase, especially with inflation rising. And that's definitely what they just kind of reassured us of today in the meeting, that inflation will continue to rise. So I'm sure balance sheets. I can't wait to Apple wake up and stop having all that money on the sidelines and put some of that use in crypto. I'm excited about that day when that announcement happens. But it's just plenty of companies with large billions that's losing value. Inflation hurting us as the small guys. Imagine how hard it's hurting people with those billions in the banks. So that's like millions being lost for them rapidly. So for us, it's definitely hurting us at the bottom. Because usually the cost is being passed down to us. That's why your favorite chips are not as cheap as they once were. But they pass their inflation down to us. So they know how to beat inflation in their own ways. But at the end of the day, they still have that cash sitting and collect the dust and being wasted inside of the bank. So I got a couple news highlights that happened over the last week that I would like to highlight, for us. Ooh, of course, we know this is going to be big. See it red. USD. You'll notice that stable coins are the only green things typically when it comes and on days like this. It's just people being smart enough to cash out some of those profits before they lose too much of them. But yeah, this is what I was speaking on briefly earlier about Bitcoin price drops down to 43K after Fed minutes reconfirm their plans to hike rates. This is something that everybody who's on top of the markets and what influences them. This is no surprise to anybody who really is in the stock market. So this was just another over-exaggerated drop, if you ask me. Another buying opportunity, if you ask me. This is not
Smoke and
anything.
mirrors.
Yeah,
Smoke and mirrors.
exactly. Yep, I love when you say that, brother.
Smoke and
It's the
mirrors.
truth.
They just understand that people aren't that educated.
Mm-hmm.
If so we know we could literally take dollar coins and put them up and get 10-12% interest, and they're just flat out smoke and mirrors, taking advantage of people who don't know any better. There's no accounts or anything, dividends that pay 10, 12, up to even 20% returns, regardless of the actual value of the asset. So Again, it's like any other asset. You don't sell an apartment complex that produces a guaranteed amount of income every month
Well
because the
said.
price of the
Well
apartment
said.
complex goes down. As long as the income continues to produce, that's the main factor. Because over time, you're always going to win out.
Exactly.
Right. So smoke and
What you
mirrors. They're with it.
smoke and
Who's
mirrors.
buying it?
It's
Who's
like
buying it?
it's if you know how this game goes, is literally them saying that your dollar is going to keep losing value. So why would the smart people turn their assets back into dollars? So it's smoke and mirrors, like you
Right.
say. Like nobody wants to hold a dollar. Everybody like they rather keep their money into assets. So I just want to read. I'm gonna read this first paragraph for us. Bitcoin and the wider cryptocurrency market fell under as equities markets pulled back at the closing bell after minutes of the Federal Reserve's December FOMC meeting showed the regulator is committed to decreasing its balance sheet and increasing interest rates in 2022. As the stock market corrected, Bitcoin's price followed suit by dropping below 44,000, setting off a cascade of liquidations that reached 222 million in less than an hour. So, when they say things like that, I don't know if they consider people cashing out on their Bitcoin to go to USDT, a stable coin. Like, is that them liquidating? I wouldn't call that liquidation.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
that
it's
would
not
be,
liquidating.
yeah, that's not liquidation, so
Right.
so so there was a lot more. It probably was billions if you include the people who were, who didn't leave cryptocurrency, who just kind of like put their money on the sidelines as Bitcoin is consolidating how it is. So, I like they say 222 million. And those are the people who didn't know, who just were scared, and hopefully, a lot of that was hopefully people who were up, because I don't want anybody to lose their money. I preach to people in the pack. You got to take every dollar personal that this market try to take from you. So anybody who's willing to, anybody who's listening to this, our pack family and our YouTube family, I want you guys to do the same. Take any dollar that they're trying to take away from you and your family personal. That's a lot of people look at this stuff as video games. It's like, oh, it's cool. I made a few hundred from my phone a day, but then I lost 1,000 later on, and it's just, but it's like it's not. This is not a game. This is your livelihood. This is financial freedom if you use it right. So once you got everybody to take that serious. Any comments at all on this before we head on to our next story, boss gang?
It's crazy. I remember doing these calls earlier when we first started the crypto calls last year, and if Ethereum went down to about $1,700, and I kept begging people, please buy when it's low, please buy when it's low, because what's going to happen if you don't buy it now, you wait till it goes up, you buy, it pulls back to a lower number, and then people are going to get scared off. So they get scared off when it goes down. They they buy in late and they get caught up in pullbacks. The people who are around, the people who are invested in any crypto that you mentioned a year ago at this time, you'd be up hundreds of percent.
Yeah.
When we had the correction that we had this past, what was it, this past spring, last year, if you would have got in on any of those dips, these coins are still above those levels. So just like any other stock, they go up, they go down, they go up, they go down. The key is to find the right entry points and hold long. The people who have success with the cryptocurrency, they're not worried about these micro time frames and things that are happening. If you're Chamath, who has potential to be the rich man in the world, you're not worried about every little up and down. What do you do when the things go down? You just take it as an opportunity to accumulate more of the assets so that when it does go up, you're going to benefit. This a lot of people think Goldman Sachs talked about having Bitcoin replace gold as stored value. So 20% of stored value, if people don't know what stored value is, gold, precious metals, different things like that, that people just have straight cash, homie. Straight cash. So right
They like
now,
that.
20% of stored value is Bitcoin versus
Nice.
gold. And the charts
Yeah.
are catching up. So it's smoke and mirrors, man. They trying to keep us out, man. They don't want us. They
How
don't want us
yeah.
to buy it when it's cheap. They
They
only
don't
want
want
us
us
to
to
buy it
buy it.
when the
They
price
gonna
goes up so they can profit.
keep pushing that bad news, keep pushing that fear. And it works every time though. You know, a lot of people get scared. So,
Right.
man, something that you preach that I love every time you say inside of the Alpha Pack on our daily Zoom meeting. This kind of I will hope anybody who's listening to a crypto call will understand that this is definitely, long term investing. This is how you turn, $1,000 can change your life if you invest in the right project at the right time and look at it in long term. But what you say often is you preach on how people can go to work for other people and not expect to get paid daily or not even weekly. Sometimes most people get paid every other week and they're okay with that. But when the markets, they'll let their patience their impatience run them away from a nice opportunity to profit and to make money in it. So like
Right.
you're okay with somebody else paying you a week every other week, but you're not okay with your money making money for you. And like a lot of people are instant gratification. They look for instant
Right.
gratification. And I
Right.
love when you say it and how you say it, man.
Right.
You basically like it's a slap in the face for people who are looking for those day traders, that day trader mentality, and people have that in crypto as well. And
Just in real life, though, real life
mhm,
investments are, if you want to be a real estate, a real life, that you may not get the return that you want on your investment for years down the line. If you were to start a franchise with a restaurant, we know the average business startups
mhm,
takes over 2 years to go into any kind of profit. What they're looking at is the long-term ownership of these assets. So some people buy land looking at what the property will be for their family 100 years from now. So
mhm,
this is what we
mhm,
have to think. We have to think bigger. We can't think within the last 1, 2, 3 years. If you were 20 years old, 21 years old, and you could plan your life out for everything 20 years in the future, then your life would probably be 20 times better than it is now, because typically people are only planning out how to make it through that next month, through that next day, or to that next paycheck. So we definitely got to have a longer term perspective if we want to reap the full rewards of our investments. That's in
yeah,
anything you do. It doesn't matter whether
yep,
it's stock market. We
yep,
learned that with getting
yep.
time on stock options. Whatever you want to do, you
Mhm.
want to maximize it. Have this investor mindset. Give yourself some time. Give yourself
and
some time.
and and also just to add to your point and just to really keep it real on another level for our culture, what we really are mainly trying to target with the Alpha Pack, it's you guys have been conditioned to think day to day, and as a fatherless boy from the west side of Chicago growing up, I can totally relate. You like we are conditioned to just think about today and tomorrow, but Bitcoin has definitely, cryptocurrency has definitely helped me become a longer term thinker. And I want everybody to make sure they're allowing it to do the same for them. It has even made me a better options trader because I used to think weeklies. I used to think it used to let weeklies burn me a lot, and but cryptocurrency has, like I said, has affected my options trading, my stock market investing as well. It's you have to think, longer term. You have to, besides just paying attention to trends and just, of course, entries matter. I'm not going to just say buy and hold because I think an alpha pack, if we think that you're smart enough to know to make your own entries and exit, your own trade plan, and we empower you to do so. A lot of people just say, just buy and hold, just buy and hold. That's an okay strategy, but we like I said, we teach that entries matter here. It does matter when you buy an asset. It does matter. Like you're smart enough to pull up that chart yourself. You don't need to know necessarily even need to wait on somebody to tell you when you need to buy. You just need to be smart enough to pull up what matters, and those in this class is charts. You just have to be understand when it's worth buying, what's a demand zone, what's a reversal, when you see a price, when you see know what a trend is, know if it's in a good trend or it's a downtrend. Like it's simple. Like don't overcomplicate this. People, the culture, we're smart enough. I understand we were conditioned to think day to day, guys, but this is the way. This is the way. Long term thinking. Uh,
This is the
this is
way.
the
This is
way.
the way.
This is the way.
And I guess the whole thing. So here's the one thing. So I want to try to give this.
Please, please.
We're not sitting over. So when we talk about long term investing, it has to do with the mindset of it, not necessarily every individual trade. You have to take into every individual trade with the long term in mind. So in the education that we teach, especially when we get into like say stock options trading, what we want to do is we want to accelerate our turn. So we're trying to create wealth. We don't have years and years to catch up, but we also don't. We're not. No matter what we do, we're not going to catch up in a week. So, so if we're not trying to tell people invest in Apple stock, and if you know how long it would take for
And
the price of that
wait
stock
10
to
years. No,
double, like
that ain't the advice.
it would take forever. Like, so
Mm-hmm.
we're not telling people to do that. We're looking for opportunities, and we figured out a way to try to maximize the returns in the shortest amount of time and be efficient without rushing and wasting your money at the same time. So as I said, we want to be quick, but not in a hurry. Measure 10 times, cut once. We're going to make the money. It just doesn't have to come instantly that same day. And we're also not saying it's going to take years and years, but we just got to have a balance. It's about the balance. Just want to make that clear. We're not some go just buy some dividend stock and just wait, 20 years.
No,
We know people are trying to make money in real life right now.
Mm-hmm. Entries matter, folk, and that's nothing that we won't ever tell you otherwise at Alpha Pack. A lot of people just say give you advice to buy something and just hold it for 10 years. To me, especially after I got into the market and really understood it, I started finding that type of advice insulting. Like, what if I buy it at its high? I mean, I might be hurting for the next year or two. If you just telling me to buy something asset and just hold, that's not. You're smart enough. I believe in you to know when to buy and when to sell something. For sure. I'm gonna keep it going, guys, so we could go hours about that, about that topic and about empowering you guys to know when to buy and sell. All right. I'm gonna bring up this as well. China launches an app for its own digital currency as it looks to expand its usage. Okay, China's central bank has launched a pilot version of its wallet app for the digital yuan. I hope I'm saying that right, yuan. In a push to expand its usage to more people. So far, China has done a number of trials around the country in the form of lotteries, which users have in cities have been in certain cities have been given an amount of digital currency to spend. But now, I'm gonna wait for my comment. But now more people in certain cities can download the app, highlighting how China is trying to get more people in digital currency. China giving them my damn. They always want to control something. You see how they doing it? Like is they like they only let certain cities experiment with the digital app at first, and then like it's like they want to control everything. They kicked all the other cryptocurrencies out. Now they're just doing their own thing with their own yuan. And I mean, I guess I understand it. You preserving the power at B, but it's like that's not what cryptocurrency is about. Cryptocurrency is about empowering the people. And as a person, so China is being China when it comes to this. If you ask me, is not anything bullish, any bullish news, but it's something that I did want to bring up. I don't know if I don't think I'll invest in the yuan, the dollar, the Chinese dollar. Basically, that's basically forex. Seem like they're trying to bring forex to cryptocurrency. Like
Hey,
we can invest in the yuan right now through forex if we wanted to, but they're bringing it to the crypto
I'm gonna
world.
buy
Like,
some. I'm gonna buy
hey,
some. I buy everything. Hey,
yeah, I know you.
hey, they give me
Hey,
some of that yuan. Hey, I'm gonna go and get the VPN and go get me.
yeah,
You're not about to leave me out of nothing, bro. You get some of that El Salvador, that Israeli,
uh-huh,
whatever you
yeah,
got. I might
yeah.
give me some, and
That's
whatever happens in
hilarious.
the future, I'm here for it. I'm ready. Give me
Amen.
some of that
Yeah,
yuan. Give me
if it makes money,
some.
it makes money, it makes sense, brother. It makes money, it makes sense. So I ain't knocking them, but I just don't like how in control
Just
China
don't
has
leave
to
me
be
out.
with it.
I don't even have to like it. I just don't want to get left out.
Yeah,
Hey, I
yeah.
never know, man. You never know,
You
man.
never know.
Don't leave me
Amen,
out.
boss man. Amen, bro. Man, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. I saw you post about this as well. Samsung adds NFT support to 2022 TV lineup. So they're basically going to add some, with their new 2022 TVs, they're going to allow people to display their NFTs. They're going to also allow you to buy NFTs. I imagine they're going to use OpenSea and allow you to connect to OpenSea through them. Some maybe just have an app. Just have the app. They already have the apps inside of their smart TVs, but just adding that, I imagine. But they're gonna have some cool display to where you can connect your wallet, and it'll be a
I'm
nice
here
little.
for it, bro. I'm
Yeah, I
here
love
for
it. I
it.
love it. I love it. That's dope.
I'm here
That's
for it.
dope. That's
How your
dope. And crypto.
NFTs flexing. Don't come to my
Yeah,
house because
exactly.
I'm gonna be flexing NFTs all over the place. It's gonna
Hey,
look like
because
an art museum.
yeah, exactly. Because imagine just having your female friend come by and you got your board, they roll past everything. That was 300,000. That just rolled past the TV.
Man,
Yeah, that's
metaverse
flexing. That's
game, man.
that's new age
You like, you know what I
flexing.
paid for this JPEG right there?
Right
That
there, right
JPEG
there,
cost me about $300,000.
right there. Yeah.
Nice, ain't it?
Amen.
They use crayon. They drew it with crayon.
Yeah,
They don't even make those crayons no more.
yeah,
It cost me about 300,000. Mm-hmm. Flossy
crazy.
though.
What a time to be alive.
Man.
Amen. Yes, sir. Man, speaking of NFTs, brother, like this was pretty dope. About 3 days ago, we reached our highest daily volume ever on OpenSea. They had up to 255 million, as you can see right here on Doing Analytics. It's that was pretty impressive. That's weird, and definitely the bull run when it comes to NFTs right now. And Bored Apes definitely have a big reason of that. I know they did like about 50 million the other day, them alone, and it's pretty impressive. I know Eminem just bought one. Meek Mill not too
Right.
long ago. It's like there's more and more celebrities are getting into it. It's a cool celebrity club at this point, man. Like man, I just wish I could go back less like 8 months ago because I started investing in NFTs about 6 months ago. But I wish I could go back 8 months ago and tell me like, man, put your life savings and everything. Buy as many board apes that you can for $190 because those things are
Right.
going to be
Right.
300,000 within the next year, some millions. Like it's crazy. Like that's just insane, man. That's an asset. That was the asset of the year. I don't care what you say. In 2020, that was the coolest asset to hold board apes. The
Oh,
best,
please,
the best.
man.
The parties that was
Man.
thrown. It's like
Historic, bro.
that was historic. Like that was so
Yeah.
dope. It was like I was man. Why? Because by the time I really knew what they were and what they were going to be, they were worth about at least 20,000. So
Hey, I
like
got
man,
that
it's kind
classic
of missing.
CryptoPunk story. I'm on the OpenSea, and they got
Yeah, yeah.
that list. And I
Mm-hmm.
went for number one. I saw CryptoPunks with trending last 7 days. It was about $100.
Mm.
And what's so
Yeah.
crazy, the ones I paid for cost much more. They
Oh
cost
yeah.
much.
So you
They
bought some
cost more.
NFTs back then?
I got the number one on the list. It costs more. And the number Crypto was number two. It didn't even cost but $100. I paid more than I think I paid like
Oh,
$300-400 for
I
two.
didn't even
So I
know
might
what
have paid
crypto
almost
pumping was under.
$1,000. I could have got like 10 CryptoPunk.
I didn't even know what it was back then and why when it was
Me
$100.
neither.
Oh
But
my
see,
god!
that's what I like
But you
about
knew it.
investment. You don't have to
Mm-hmm.
know. I
Mm-hmm.
almost made 100,000 without knowing, just the fact that I knew it was something new,
Mm-hmm.
and just to get it. And I'm
Yeah.
glad you brought up the NFTs and the market, and it's going crazy. So when we talk about where money resides, and I kept mentioning this, if we could clearly see that they're putting money into NFTs is probably going to pass up
Mm-hmm.
crypto. And anybody
Yeah.
who's
Yeah.
actually all these NFT projects that we're in, the floors are rising on all these projects
Mm-hmm.
because whales are starting to drip money from big projects, whether the Bored Apes or to even some of these smaller projects, no-name projects that we've been getting
Yep.
into, watching the
Yep.
floors go crazy. And people they think it's retail. These institutions and people, they have people kind of just
Mm-hmm.
flying around. We're on the same OpenSea. We're all on the same OpenSea. We have all these different whale sites. We might have to get into that one day. But they're dripping money in it, and we're part of it. You got to buy when it's low. I've seen projects that look like they went to almost zero floor prices, and now they're 5x'd. because
Mm.
people don't like to buy when the prices go down. They only want to wait till they go up, and then they say what they could have done. Oh
Yeah,
man, I thought the project was garbage, but I actually what I should have done was actually probably bought more when it was low, and then got all my money. And now I'm in control of the
facts,
project for the low. So I'm glad you brought this up
facts.
there for sure.
Yeah, yeah, man. Like we said, the crypto market is hurting, but NFTs are booming right now. So I know that's kind of what my focus has been lately. I've been trying to sell some of my losers that I bought into NFT projects and just try to catch some of this fire that's going on out here. Some definitely some good projects, something that you could mint for $200 and turn around and sell for at least one ETH, which is about 3,500 right now. So the type of gains that you get in the NFT market is crazy. And that's literally, so you just got to be patient, get
Mm.
involved with the right projects. Be on Twitter. I know I've been on Twitter more than ever, especially during NFT bull runs. You don't not want to be on Twitter during these NFT bull runs. You follow the right people that tell you pretty much where the money is, what projects are about to pop, what they're investing in. Definitely follow Gary V. I know he just he pumps projects every other day. So the ones that he's investing in, they're going crazy. So it's a good time to focus on NFTs. If you do not have your first purchase yet, this is a great time to get one, guys. It's definitely a flipper's market, if you ask me. So like if you get an opportunity to minting is essentially you just buying at the start basically, and you cementing that JPEG and onto the blockchain. That's what's turning it. That's what's making it a real asset, and just turning it not just from a JPEG to that real asset in this crypto world. So if you mint something, if you're able to catch a good project and mint it, I always advise people to try to get buy two at that floor price, at that base price, sell one, flip one, to pay for all your expenses in the project and hopefully make some profit. And if you believe in the project long term, let the other one ride. That's definitely a good strategy. That's the only way you're gonna ride. Is find something that's gonna go from $200 to $300,000, which we see is possible. We just been talking about Bored Apes. Cool Cats is another great example. I think their floor is about 30,000 right now. Those only $200 at one point. It's crazy. It's some great money being made in this lane. It's only going to grow. I see people like Mr. Beast. He's a big YouTuber. He does a lot. I see
Mm.
people like that eventually getting their own NFT collection. It's only starting. It's only just starting for sure. So it's just another form within the crypto market to really
Oh,
see some
speaking of
great
that,
gains.
Mr. B, just on a side
Mm-hmm.
note, just a little gem in there. Mr. Beast has an NFT project. And the NFT project right now is to
Does
save
I didn't hear about
it's
that?
to clean the ocean project. It's the Clean the
Okay.
Ocean project. That Clean
Okay.
the Ocean project is a
Nice.
partnership with Elongate. So if you actually go to the Elongate NFT, so I know we're invested in the longer Elongate cryptocurrency long.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that is the NFT, the first
Oh,
NFT
that's
that Mr.
dope.
Beast has with them. So a lot of people were picking up the little cards for charity. So the value is going up on those, and that is on the Elongate, um, the Elongate NFT platform. So
Nice. Did not know
just
that.
throwing that out there.
Nice. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
That's impressive. That's pretty much we went over
Mhm.
the current state of the crypto market. How you guys need to be looking for your projects, looking for your reversals on those projects. Your entries do matter. You can, especially Bitcoin. Bitcoin, it is a big guy, big daddy. It is a big guy. It does deserve your respect in your eyes and your attention on a regular. But I know a lot of people just they preach just invest in Bitcoin and that's all you need. But those guys, I don't know if they've been drinking or what, but those guys, or they've been in Bitcoin just since 2014, 2015, which I understand totally. Like if I've been in Bitcoin before it was $10,000 or $5,000, but me personally, I wasn't. I think I started investing in Bitcoin and in crypto. You can kind of those are kind of like hand in hand. You can say when Bitcoin was around 30,000, I would say around 30,000, maybe 28. But I wasn't there when it was, so it's plenty of other great opportunities, companies that are worth your time, your attention, that are building real real use cases, and that are only going to keep growing. They're all essentially tech companies. Most, 99%. I did just mention one earlier that D Travel is a tech company at the same time. It's the Airbnb of the crypto world. So they have to have a website. So I'm just going to lump them all into crypto tech. But there's some
Mhm.
real companies here that are actually, worth holding long term, and you could catch at a very cheap rate. Maybe when they first come out, some ICOs. But yeah, guys, like I don't know. A lot of these people that I still learn from to the today. Every time they just preach how Bitcoin is all you need, and I don't. It's just like, yeah, how long have you been investing in it again? And you want me to just not catch up to you ever? So it's
Right.
like you
Yeah.
gotta
So
be,
that's the crazy part.
yeah,
We love
yeah,
having a Bitcoin, but what we're actually trying to do is make money now.
yeah, yeah. Like,
We're trying to
yeah,
make some money
yeah.
now, so we
I
can.
love,
I mean, I want to make some money now, buy some
exactly.
of that, take some of those profits, and buy
Yeah,
some more Bitcoin to hold, and then
exactly.
get something these
Yeah,
new projects. I want to take advantage when things are going up 10,000%. I want to take
amen.
advantage of it.
Yeah,
2,000,
so
1,000% flips, and I want to take advantage of it.
yeah, so
You know,
m-
so
mo so I'm never gonna, like, yeah, like a lot of people act like most of your money in crypto should be in Bitcoin, and I'm not gonna preach that here because I want you guys to catch up, especially if you're new in crypto. I want you guys to get to those millions as well soon, one day. Not, Bitcoin's a great asset, definitely worth keeping your money over there way before just letting it collect dust in the bank account, for sure, no question there. But at the same time, I want you to do your research within the market, find those gems, be a part of that game. Go ride something from 50 cents to $100, or thousands of dollars. That's definitely possible, and that's
mhm.
happening in crypto. And it's not
Yep.
it's like not going to happen with you jumping in Bitcoin at 45,000 and getting 50% or 100% gain when it finally make it to 90,000. That's okay, and that's going to happen, but you could have 20 extra money in the right coins in that same time frame, and instead of just 1x, 2x, so
Right.
yeah. So I just want to definitely throw that out there and make
Right.
sure everybody is not falling for, because a lot of people, these guys, they sound like they know what they're doing, and they do know what they're doing, but they make you feel stupid for trying to invest in altcoins, and that shouldn't be the case at all, for sure.
Right.
um
That's where all the
that's all
money's
the
been made.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
or
yeah,
that's where all the money's been made. You
for
know.
sure.
It's just the reason is because it's less
But the,
expensive. It's new. You invest in things when they're small and they're new, you get higher multiples. It's it was so crazy because we've all been in this little punk project that we've been in. Even if
hmm
this could be a no-name project, the point is, if you got in early, you at worst case have doubled your money already off of
Yep.
a no-name small little project. However much you made and doubled your money was based on when you got in. So here's the thing about this: even if it doesn't turn into this massive project long term, because you're getting in so early, the risk is small and the rewards are so high. And a lot of times you can get the rewards really, really, really fast. What you don't want to
hmm
get caught up in is run-ups, and you're the person holding the bag. You need to check out these projects, get in there early, because when you get in early, that's buy low, sell high, right? That's the name of the game. That's investing 101. Buy low, sell high.
Hey man, make sure y'all check out his single too. Boss Gang got a single called "Buy Low, Sell High," and I'm, man, every time anybody say anything like that, I think of my brother, and that song is fire. And the Pack Team songs is actually, you heard it on the intro. It puts you on game, teach you how to trade, for sure. Buy low, sell high. It sounds simple, but a lot of people get it wrong. A lot of people, most people get
Right.
it wrong. They letting their
Want to
emotions
buy
lead them.
high.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
want to
But letting
join the crowd instead of have the
that,
crowd join them.
hey man.
Right.
So yeah, that's it wasn't a lot of news that I want to update us on. That was pretty much it. Um,
Okay.
and anything else that you wanted to mention about the crypto markets? I think you did say something, Boss Gang, before we started the call. Or something that you want to update us on?
Yeah, just kind of. I'm not even gonna go to anything on the screen, but
Okay.
it was just that the Algorand partners with Israeli's leading university to support blockchain education. They held this winter school from it's going to be held from January 23rd to 26th. So they're helping Algorand develop this ecosystem. So they're going to have all the games, the NFTs, and all this kind of good stuff. So it's so crazy about how in just the United States and just in the world as a whole, there's so little financial education that's given to us. But the fact that in Israel they're definitely supporting cryptocurrency. Israel's big on cryptocurrency.
Mm-hmm.
Algorand is huge. I like Algorand just because there's no fees. A lot of times I can convert and transfer across network with Algorand and not have any fees. But the fact that these people will be learning, it'll be across YouTube. It just shows that major nations are buying into cryptocurrency and trying to figure out how to use it. A lot of times people think cryptocurrency is just simply a matter of these transactions, but it's a changing of the financial system and it's a way for us to improve the world as a whole, to level the playing field. So we got to definitely educate ourselves. We are new in this process. Everyone is still learning. Even if you talk to some of the most recognized names. If you talk to people like Gary Vee, he'll tell you that he's still learning because it's new to everyone, and we're working together to try to create this unity in the minds and the thought process of everybody involved, and have everybody collaborate. Because this really, whether people think that this one world or new world order is good or bad, depending on how you want to take it, is going to happen. So I like to look at the benefits of things. Like some technology can make people lazy, but technology can also improve your life if used in the right way. So the education behind it and not getting left behind is going to be important. Slaves were not allowed to read books for a reason. Um, People want you to have the information that they want you to have, because the information that is actually going to set you free and change your life is going to be between these lines. So we got to make sure we're educating ourselves and staying up to date. And that's what we do here at Alpha Pack Trading. We keep you up to date. We want to create independent investors who think for themselves. People have a long-term mindset, and create generational wealth through education and passing down this information. So that's all I wanted to say. Just focus on the education and subscribing. And what's the line you always say? Legacy about the pack.
Yeah, man, strong alone. We're strong alone, but even more powerful together for sure.
Yeah.
That's what we represent in the Alpha Pack. That's because we all make sure that we are our weakest link in the Alpha Pack for sure. We know that, and we make sure anybody who needs that extra attention. And it's all a mental game at the end of the day, especially once you learn the fundamentals, the basics, how to read a chart, the basics of understanding market caps and just understanding everything within the markets with whether we're talking about crypto or options trading. Once you understand the basics, it's all basics. I'm not even gonna overcomplicate this, and it's all basics. Then you'll get to the harder part, which is the emotional management, and that's really what the pack we that's the number one product that we offer is the emotional management and understanding that what's worth holding and what's not. We keep it simple. We are with our entries and our exits, and we cut the emotion out, and we just have plans. And we encourage everybody in the pack to have a plan. We encourage every crypto viewer, YouTube family member to have a plan with every crypto asset that they think about getting in. And again, your entries matter. You're smart enough to understand that, and you're smart enough not to just let to say when somebody just tell you just to buy something and wait 10 years, take it as an insult. I'm gonna just take it like I'm gonna just tell you what it is. That's an insult. That's you're wise enough to know when to buy, because
Mhm.
they can tell you to buy some leaps in a country in a reputable company like Apple. Like you could buy, especially in option trading, you could buy something in a great company, but it's about when you buy. It's like you can be hurting for your most of the time that you're holding that, and then that's going to be a lot heavier on your mental than to knowing when to buy and just having a plan for that trade before. So That's that's the main thing. I don't hear anybody else preaching what we preach and empower them the level of empowerment that we preach in the Alpha Pack, and that's something that I'm proud of with us, and that's something I'm gonna always stand by for sure.
Man, I'm happy we've been help people get a lot of money. The stock market has been great this week.
Oh yeah, been
We've
beautiful.
actually had people make 1,000% trades this week
Had a couple of
on
them,
their
few of
own
them.
because Alpha Pat, we're just all about education. So we want to make sure that people are liking and subscribing the video, staying up to date with everything we have to offer, staying up to date with our watch list. If you're interested in joining Alpha Pack Trading, you can visit the website www.alphapacktrading.com. You can visit us on Instagram and follow us, Alpha Pack Trading. You can make sure to do that right away as soon as you get the chance. Alpha Pack Trades on Twitter, Alpha Pack Trading on Facebook. So we do this crypto class every single Wednesday. We're trying to keep you up to date. We're going to be having guests throughout the year. If you want to go check out the video we had a couple weeks ago, we had Design Geo on, who's a fantastic NFT artist, one of the best in the world, from
Fire
South
interview.
America. It was awesome to get his
Check
thoughts,
that
and we're
out
going
if
to
you
continue to
haven't.
come with the content for sure. For sure. Any last words before we get out? Legacy.
No, thank you for joining us tonight. Like and subscribe. Follow us on our socials, our names that you see below. For both of us, Alpha Pack Trading, for Instagram, Facebook as well. Yeah, please follow up because we're gonna make sure that you guys are empowered, the empowered investors that yourselves that you need to be. You won't have to wait on anybody to know when we're getting into something. If you keep listening and following us, that's for sure. We appreciate you guys. Like and subscribe for sure.
Appreciate you guys. We out. Peace.